What up, BMT fam? On tonight's show, we're going to slow it down a bit. We'll get into the craziness again next week. But tonight, we're going to get into education, specifically college. Should you attend? Should you not attend? And what are the benefits and disadvantages of both? We're going to find out tonight. Plus, we got a special guest. Let's get into it.
Hey, buddy, you got Puma on the mic.
Tony T right across from him.
And you got Charles the Future.
You're the future, Charles, not them.
Damn.
They no longer matter.
They no longer matter. And we have a special guest today, our good friend D.
Hello.
Join us, and we cannot forget. See, I'm not forgetting today.
See, you're
We
on
got
point.
we got Bucky's on the ones and twos in the back, holding it down. It's his show today, apparently.
Wait,
because,
holding it down.
Hello.
Really?
yeah,
Hey,
maybe
wait,
not a little
whoa,
bit. You
whoa,
guys
barely,
see that?
barely he's holding it.
Background.
Whoa.
You know what? Maybe he should have gone to school a little bit longer, and he would be ready for the show because.
Is that the reason why I'm doing all the technical shit and you're just sitting on your ass?
Wait, didn't you go to school for this?
Yeah, I did.
You did, right?
I did.
I think you need to go one extra year. But honestly, that's what this show is about. Today's episode, we're talking about college versus not going to college.
Yeah.
Like, which route should you take? I mean, it really does depend on what you're trying to go for.
Certified or license?
So you want right? It depends on the type of job you're looking for. I think.
Yeah,
Right?
of course.
And there's a lot of past that we have when we're growing up.
Yeah.
And I honestly, if you just figure out which one is the best route for you, I think we can figure out the best way to get successful.
Would it
in the
be nice
future.
to start as a hobby if you like the hobby, then turn it as your career?
Well, see, that also depends on what you want to do. Do you want to spend 4 years or more in
Right.
school
And plus,
to get to your goal, or do you want to just entrepreneur it, and go start your own business or something? real
right? Or go to like a trade school where
Vocational trade school, yeah.
vocational something where you don't have to go for so many years, and you can jump right into.
You get your certification or licensing
Yeah.
for something you want to go into.
You get into your career a lot sooner,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
Compared to spending years and years and years for certain kind of degrees.
what is the max? Like 10 years?
It depends on what you want to be. Do you want to be
A doctor.
a
I'll
doctor,
give it a
or a
sample.
lawyer, right?
I thought that was like 12 years
For doctor?
for a doctor.
Doctor,
Doctor, I think it might be 12,
12.
depending on if you're.
I think you're-
I think, yeah. There you go. Like once you want to specialize, then you're gonna tack on another,
Yeah.
like general medicine.
So you're adding
like,
four,
It's
four,
10 for a
four.
doctor.
yeah.
The max 12 years, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But that also depends on the route that you choose to take. If that's what you want to be,
Mhm.
then maybe those extra years are worth it for you.
It's benefit, but in the same way, it screws you over.
Yeah.
Because now you have a freaking debt you got to pay back. That's
There is one of the extreme negatives
Yes.
about going to a 4-year or going to,
Private
a
school.
private school
Mhm.
is, you can get a higher education, but it's going to cost you a lot more,
Right.
and you're going to be paying that off over many, many years.
Of course.
But if you're super successful, then that doesn't matter because
Ah.
then you're gonna make a lot of money and you'll pay it off. And
That would be the dream. Like the dream is to jump into the career you want.
but that is hard.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think we as people and you out there should actually think about these things before, you jump in, because
what is it called when you're like super smart? College? They pay for your career or your
Tuition.
yes.
Scholarship.
Scholarships. There you go.
Yeah, now of course, if
You're
if you're
smart.
smart enough to get
Or
Scholarship.
athletics.
Or athletic, yeah.
or athletic, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, then sometimes that makes the choice for you. If you realize, well, I can get a free education, why wouldn't you
Well,
take
yeah.
that route? If you
Well, yeah, I understand.
Take the
that.
road.
yeah.
I mean,
Um,
education should be free anyway. Just my
Education
two
should be
cents.
free, and in some countries it is.
My two
The
cents.
the U.S. system is a little bit
It is
screwed, I think.
It's different. I would
It's
say.
changed, it's changed a lot.
But
Yeah, it definitely has in the last. I want to say in the last 10, 15 years, it's completely different than it was before.
right. Yeah, absolutely. So why don't we just jump into this topic and then go from there and see what.
Yeah, let's start with the first question.
So what do we got? What do we
So,
got,
yeah,
Bucky?
College versus no college. College. What are the benefits and what are the disadvantages?
Okay.
So, Puma?
Well, you went to college a couple of
You gave me a bullet. Yeah, what's the bullet point?
Oh, you want to? Okay,
Advantage.
so you want one of the benefits. One of the benefits
Yes.
is salary is more predictable.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. If you go to college for a certain degree, once you get out of that degree and you go into your specific profession, you can kind of know what that type of job
Your salary
is
will be.
salary is going to be.
Yeah.
Like, so I did a little research, guys. I did a little research. The biggest field for colleges at the end with the highest pay is STEM subjects. Would be science, technology. I forgot what he was. I had it.
Environment.
Engineering.
No, it's
Engineering.
not. Engineering.
Yeah.
Engineer. By the way, of the top 10 highest paying bachelor's degrees, they're engineering,
Yeah.
and MS mathematics. So we're looking at computer sciences,
Yeah.
engineers, any kind of those math.
Techie, internet.
Yeah, the
computer.
tech. Well, because now we're moving into a tech world, so it would stand to reason that those have the highest paying return on your investment.
Yeah.
So if that is kind of your field, if that is something that you are striving to look for, well then maybe college definitely is the way to go. I believe the average salary in California is about $82,000 coming out of college for a bachelor's degree in some of these engineering.
Okay.
So I mean that's a pretty
But
good
here's
starting.
the thing: when you finish college,
Yeah.
what is your debt to pay back?
Well,
That's
okay.
the
Well, we're gonna get into
That's-
that. We're gonna get into the
that's a
disadvantages,
disadvantage.
Yes.
right?
Well, I
So-
think even I'm sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt. Even,
No, no, absolutely.
even as a like if you wanted to be a CHP,
Yeah.
I think if you wanted you would start out at like $70,000
Yeah.
if you have a bachelor's degree.
You have a
Gotcha.
bachelor's.
As a deputy.
There you go.
Good starting point.
So
But how many?
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. How many years?
I mean, if you have a bachelor's degree, that's
4
years?
4 years.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's 4 years, but you're looking at $70,000-$80,000, and that's kind of like the average. There's some, depending on where you go, it could be more, it could be a little less, but you're looking at 70. That's not bad. I mean, that's really good.
I mean, in California, it's not great.
Not
anymore.
great.
But it's not great.
But it's not- but you're
let's
right
say,
about
let's
that.
like, of course, if you lived in a state like somewhere in the Midwest, that might be
Oh yeah,
a better
different story.
cost of living, because the cost of living here, no.
Yeah, it's
I seen-
crazy.
Which is crazy, right? Think about that. Like you're right. Like you're saying, 10 years ago, that wasn't the case. Like $80,000,
That was-
you can live comfortably.
Yeah.
Now, $80,000, you're living in like a 1-bedroom,
I mean, a carton of eggs is costing you $12. It's
Eggs.
crazy. It's just ridiculous.
right? Like
Yeah.
it's out of control. California, maybe not the best place for this, but in some other states that I was looking at, that could actually take you a long way.
But here's an argument.
Yes.
Is it states or versus cities? Because certain cities are more expensive, obviously, and
Right.
harder to get into
Right.
than certain more rural cities.
Well, like if
You're-
let's say if you're gonna go into tech,
Yeah.
where would you want to go for
Obviously,
tech?
that's going to be here in California.
Yeah, where
up
would you go
north,
in tech?
Like San Francisco or
Exactly,
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley, right?
Right.
That's too
You know how
expensive.
expensive
over
it
there.
is
Unless it
to live
moves.
there?
Yeah.
Unless it moves.
Like if you're not making 100K, it's gonna be very difficult to live comfortably.
Yeah.
You'd have to live outside.
Yeah, you have to,
Yeah.
and that means your commute
You gotta
is
go
gonna
travel.
be
You know.
way further
Yeah.
than if you live somewhere else. So
You have pretty much trouble in train or
education is not making a good point right here. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Like it started
I
like
mean, it depends on the person, though.
It does,
It depends
yeah,
on
it
like
does.
your personal beliefs
Yeah.
and like how you feel about actually going to school and all that. But I mean, it just now, like I said, it's changed a lot. For me, it was very important to go to school.
Right.
Like, I went, I did the whole thing. I have I have an AA in business management.
Mhm.
I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. I have like every insurance license that you can have, and I have
Right.
a real estate license. But I mean, and I'm not
bashing.
I didn't follow my psychology.
Right,
I wanted
right.
to go all the way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I don't regret it. I don't
Right.
regret going to school.
well, because I went through psychology also, and for me, even though I didn't end up being a psychologist or going in those fields, because I wanted to be a counselor in the past, but everything I learned I use now.
Yeah.
Like I think that's one of those things that where
You have
you
your
study
tools.
it's
Exactly.
tools for regular life.
yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, that's
You can use it for anything.
probably the best benefit is just being able to like have tools for the rest of your life
Yeah.
and understanding like how life works. I mean,
Compared,
you meet
Yeah.
people,
Yes.
you create connections.
well, there's another benefit. You
That's-
just gave
that's
us
what
a
I'm saying.
huge benefit.
Yeah, is you create connections and you meet people that will probably further yourself in your career. That's if you keep going, if you keep at it.
So let's add that to the list of benefits is the connections you make. Now, did you make a lot of connections through college and the process of going through school? Do you still have any connections through that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like now in the world of Facebook, like I still
Yeah.
have all the college people that I went
Right.
like to school with. But I
Yeah.
mean, as far as like, are we close friends? No.
No.
But I mean,
But could you contact them?
Yeah, of
if
course.
you need to?
Yeah, if you
Because-
need, well, can you contact them for like work and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that?
yeah, I mean, I can. There's
You can? Okay.
to like network and stuff for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the network. Like, I mean, you go to like in your case, CSUN,
Mhm.
right? Which in the Valley is the school,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
And of course, we live in LA, so you can. There's a whole bunch of other schools: Cal State LA, UCLA, USC. I mean, those connections you make in those schools, you're gonna have them for the rest of your
Forever,
life. So I think that's 100% a huge benefit for going to college. Plus, I heard some of these schools have fun partying. I don't know.
Honestly, okay, so
Okay,
so,
uh-huh.
party goes. I kind of went to school for a long time. I did community college for a lot of
Yeah.
years, and then I finished my bachelor's degree in 2.
Yeah.
But I was a little
Come
bit
on.
older by the time I was
That shouldn't stop you though.
No, but I mean, so like my partying years were like behind me. So like I was like focused on like going to school and like getting my A's and B's. And
Yeah.
I actually got all A's my last semester of at CSUN.
Well,
Yeah, which was really
I
cool.
I had a thing I lived by when I was in school. Work hard, play hard.
Play harder.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's what's funny. Like when I went to
Yeah.
Pierce, right?
Yes.
I had this stuck with me ever since.
Yes.
I had a class with this one older woman.
Mhm.
I mean, we're talking about like probably in her 80s at the time.
80s.
Yeah.
She was a
and
student?
She was a student.
Aw.
We were, and the professor was like, ask the question is, why are you here?
Mhm.
You know, just kind of like trying to get that gist of why everyone's trying to
Right.
trying to move on, right? Her thing was like, I love to study. I love to learn. She's 80 freaking years old, still going to freaking.
Absolutely.
I mean, we had this
you know,
kind of
like,
discussion
Yep.
earlier.
It was an amazing eye opener for me, and I was
Yeah.
like, since then I'm like, wow, that makes sense. I mean, you just in life you constantly learn no matter what.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
And if
no.
you're not learning,
Yeah.
you're not living.
You're not-
Like,
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
It's like it's one of those things. Like for me, like that's what I was telling
Yeah,
you earlier. Like
exactly.
I love to go into school. I love learning. I love taking the tests.
Okay, I love
love
learning
writing the
too.
papers.
No, but that's where we
No.
differ.
That's
That's
right.
where
I
we
don't know,
differ.
I don't know what to
I
say.
mean, I enjoy learning. I like the community. I like talking, having discussions. No, the papers. No, that was not my favorite thing.
It's a competitive. I'm a very competitive person. It's like it's a competitive
Oh.
nature. Like I want to like when I was taking the test, like I want to make sure that like I studied it, I learned it. I want to show that I know it and I learned it right. So
Okay.
like that was like my thing. Like
Here's
taking
a-
the tests.
You know, I would let you get the A. I'll be happy with my, I'm happy with my
See,
B's.
there's a difference about you two.
Yeah.
I'm more of a physical person. My thing was more training muscle, body muscle. Like,
Where is it? Show me.
You got it, he's ready, you got
but
it.
you're missing the point.
No, I get what you're saying.
Be fast, be fixable, be
Yeah.
instant moving.
Yes.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
But
That's
that,
my
I mean,
next-
that's kind of the same thing as you're learning. You're flexing your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
building-
course.
you know
That's
what I mean?
brain, right?
But
This is my muscle.
I guess I'm more like a sport person versus
Yeah, I agree with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
That's a
Intellectual.
I mean, both of you guys, right?
yes,
Basically.
Like, I mean, you guys have a boxing background,
Mhm.
yes.
so
Did
you
that
have
for a
that
while.
physical.
So it all depends what.
Yeah, for a while.
So everybody,
They box each other.
no, we haven't.
No.
Ooh.
Different weight classes. Different weight
Different
classes.
class.
Who would win?
Wow.
Hey,
Big difference.
BMT. fan.
BNT.
Who would win?
I'm just saying,
No, I don't want to go there.
everybody has their own mind
Right.
expired to what you fit on what you are.
But that's kind of where the discussion is going to
Yes.
lead to. Is like, well, it has to go where what you want to do depends on where your state of mind and what your goals are.
Your body
Right.
physical too.
Yeah. I have a lot of things I want to say, but I'm going to let this
Yeah.
conversation continue. So
Yeah.
let's get with the next
The
bullet
next-
point.
So, well, the next bullet point is disadvantages. So, do we want to go there right now?
Any disadvantages for going to a 4-year?
My thing is, for her to answer the question, you have a debt to pay back.
So no, I didn't really. Well, I mean, I took out some student loans, but it wasn't that much. I mean, I went to Cal State Northridge.
Did you get a scholarship?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not.
Did you get any?
Financial aid?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by the time I was able to, like, cause I mean, when
Yeah.
I was in community.
Sorry to interrupt. What was the price at that time? Then we're saying the price
I
later.
mean, I got the financial aid and I took out some loans, so I think, I mean, the most, I think it was like, I don't remember, but I think like 15,000.
Okay, that's manageable.
That
Yeah.
time.
That is
Yeah.
manageable.
That time.
So
Like
that
from
was
what I've heard, a lot of people.
Yeah, no. So because I got the financial aid,
Yeah.
so, but yeah, so I mean, $15,000, like that's not a lot.
Well,
to,
here's the
It's like
thing.
that's like you bought a car.
Yeah,
like
that time.
like a half a car, yeah,
Like half a car,
yeah.
right?
Well, you gotta remember the salary was
We're
different.
talking maybe like a little
Right.
like a Civic,
yeah,
or like a
Yeah.
like a
a Hyundai.
Hyundai.
A Hyundai, yeah.
back in those days.
Yeah, back in those.
Yeah, because I think a Civic costs you like 25,000.
Well,
It was
yeah,
like
it's
20
crazy
it was
now.
Like 20 grand. It
It's
was like
crazy
six,
now.
No, 17, 18
Used to-
grand.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing. They should be able to be cheaper because they have the technology to make it everything.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not gonna make it cheaper.
No,
they're
I
gonna
mean-
make everything more expensive.
No, I'm saying they have the.
No, they
They
should.
should.
They
But
should. They
but the
can.
technology,
They won't.
The specific parts are more expensive for that part because it's more advanced.
It's not more expensive. They're just trying to like gouge you for everything.
That's
Yeah.
what they're. But that's the story they're selling us.
No,
Yes,
I know.
of
I know.
course.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a special computer chip. No, it's the same chip.
Yeah.
You just did it differently.
It's
Yeah.
it's supply and demand.
It's supply and
Yeah.
demand.
It's economics.
But of
Which
course,
you learn in college.
but of course, there's a lot of people
Yeah.
that go to certain colleges where they have to pay back, 50,000,
Yes.
100,000.
100,000, 200,000.
Yeah.
Half a million.
Yeah.
It depends. Yeah,
We have,
possibly.
Those
we have
like-
a
are
family
those like
member
Ivy
that's,
League?
had a $300,000 loan to pay back.
Imagine. Like, how long is that going to take you?
Are those like Ivy League prices?
USC.
Mm.
yeah, that sounds about
It's
right.
up there.
Yeah.
So imagine those.
It's a blue chip college.
Yeah.
Right?
USC is a private college, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's
private.
private. But UC is pretty good.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
to
you
have
go to
UCLA on your
USC and, like, yeah, you're-
I mean, that's going to open a lot
I mean,
of
he's
doors.
doing okay. He's doing okay. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's no, yeah.
Absolutely. So that's definitely a disadvantage. What else? I know we had some other disadvantages.
Not working in the field.
Not
that
working in your
you-
field.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
that's what we're,
okay. That's the next one. Yeah. So another if ooh,
We are having an off night.
I am
somebody is.
you know.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
Wait.
Who hired this
You
guy?
had the room hot.
I
That's
know,
it.
man.
I'm leaving.
We're out.
Well, technically we're supposed to elaborate
Hey,
on this. So like, look,
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
damn it.
You
can't even-
find
jail. Also jail.
Also
Oh,
jail. Yo,
Because of
not
jail.
ready on the bullet points. Also jail. Also jail.
Not ready on the punchlines.
Yeah.
Also
So might not end up working in your field that you graduated from, right? So you gotta elaborate on that.
So that okay.
Well, you
Imagine-
you went to college, so
well, imagine. You're one of them.
Yeah.
Well, you spent this much time. How long did you take?
A long time because I took a long time.
Okay, so
I
just
I wasn't
imagine.
rushing.
I
We're
took
not
a
gonna-
long time too.
Okay.
We're not gonna say how long you took,
yeah.
but it's long, right?
Yes, longer.
So you did all that, and you're not even working in your field.
I'm not. But again, thankfully, it was a field that I benefited
You
from.
can still benefit from it in
still,
life in
I
general.
still actually use it to this
Mhm.
day in what I do.
you want to say what was it?
Oh, well, psychology. I was going to be a counselor. I wanted to work with at-risk youth. Like that was my goal when I went to school.
That'll be like for high school or
Yeah, like high school. Like I wanted to work with high school
Students?
kids because see, this is where I start getting
pervert.
No.
What?
God, see, Charles.
Wow.
God,
Charles,
Charles.
man.
No, bro.
I just want to make it funny. This
I know you were. I know you were. Straight to jail. Straight to jail.
Stop the cap.
Yeah. No. I was about to give a heartfelt moment.
Believe it or
and
not,
say,
jail, right
like,
away.
where I was coming from, and he just
And he just fucking wah.
just
went
so
that
I
way.
could. Oh, you know what?
And you know what?
That's what we need. Triumph.
You know
triumph
what?
the-
He's
the-
probably thinking of a way that he thinks he's a pervert.
Oh!
Oh my
He's
god.
probably the pervert.
I like her.
Uh huh.
You
Thank
little
you.
pervert.
Turn the tables on me, huh?
The tables have turned.
I mean, because why would he
Um,
think that way?
Right?
No, okay. So what I was gonna say was, I was one of those kids that was troubled. Like I had a rough childhood. No, I wasn't born in the streets. Was born in the hood, but I wasn't like growing up in that way. But I definitely had avenues where I could have gone left instead of right, and I chose right. And that's why I wanted to go to school to hopefully help some other kids. Now, do I still help kids? I actually do.
You do.
Yeah.
But that's not what I went to school for. So it benefited me. But imagine if you wanted to go to school to be a doctor and you spent 10 years and then you realize, I don't want to be a doctor.
That would suck.
You just invested your whole life
And a
savings,
huge loan.
Yeah, I know.
your whole youth,
I
and
know-
then you want to change?
I know people that went to school for years to
Yeah.
become a lawyer
Oh God, yeah.
and just
They're
hates
not
every single
they're not
minute
cut
of it.
out for that,
Like,
right?
does not
You
want
have
it.
to be a
But the problem is she has to stick with it because that's her career now.
yes, because she
I mean, she doesn't have to, but she is. But you know what I mean?
Right?
Like,
Might as well, right?
yeah, might as well because she makes good money. But she
Well,
just
obviously.
doesn't-
What kind of lawyer?
property lawyer.
okay. That could actually be quite.
Yeah, well,
Benefit.
there's a lot. There's a lot.
No, I'm
There's a
sure
lot
there's
going on.
not, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
Um,
right now with the eviction moratorium and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Obviously,
Wait,
here's
here's the
go
thing.
ahead.
You enjoy your career you're doing now.
Okay.
You.
Do I enjoy? Oh yeah, yeah. Well, because I'm a self-proprietor. I work have my own business. So for me, I have certain freedoms, like doing podcasts.
So you work pretty much Monday to Friday most of
I
the time.
can, but I can take any time off that I need to if I wanted to.
So you're an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes
Entrepreneur.
neither.
I love that. I'm gonna start
Entrepreneur.
using that.
Yeah,
Entrepreneur.
If I wanted to.
I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah. there you
Yeah,
go.
for sure.
There it is.
No, but yeah, and I agree with like so I'm not using my bachelor's degree in psychology. I sell insurance and that's what I do full time. But at the same time, like I get to set my own schedule. Like
Yeah.
I don't work for anybody. I don't have to ask anybody for a vacation.
Perfect.
Nobody
right?
does your
But see,
schedule.
that's
I don't have to
really
clock in anywhere. Like I
another
mean,
thing is just doing what you want to do, being able to have your own hours now is a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Like,
beautiful.
it's-
It's
Because a lot of people just don't want.
flexibility is, like-
Flexibility is the thing now. Nobody wants to sit that 9 to 5.
Oh,
I've done it
God.
for 15 years. I couldn't deal with it.
I remember.
I moved on.
I remember you did.
I moved on to a different career, which I love.
Yeah. You're
But there
doing
are
stuff that you enjoy.
disadvantages.
Yeah.
But there are
Even though we give you shit,
disadvantages. Yeah.
even though today's not your day,
You just miss me when I'm not here.
we do.
Yeah, no. So like my mom's always like, Diana, like you have all this, you
Yeah.
have these licenses and you have this and you have all your degrees.
Yeah.
I'm like, but and she's like, you could be like making all this money. And I'm like, well, I mean, I make the money that I want to make. I'm
Yeah.
on commission based, right?
Yeah.
But it's like I don't have to be stuck in an office every day,
Yeah.
all my life,
Go through the
40 hours a week or
Go
whatever it
through
is.
the freeway stuck for an hour or so.
No, I work
You
from
don't need
home.
to
I do my own thing, and like she doesn't like people don't understand that
It's
it's like,
good.
it's
She's
not.
so old school. She worked 40 hours plus.
Yeah, like people like they
She
don't
needs to-
understand.
she
They're like,
needs
oh,
to
why
go-
don't you do this? And I'm like, because I don't want to, and I don't have to. Like I'm good. Like I'm self-sufficient. Like I don't ask anybody for anything. I pay my own bills. Like I,
Yep.
why?
By the way, she jumped the subject, but it's okay
Yeah.
because
I'm
she
sorry.
didn't know. Because she didn't know.
That's fine.
By the way, usually it's me that messes.
That jumps the gun.
That jumps the
I'm
gun.
sorry.
No,
That's all
you
good.
did it. I love that what you
It
said.
happens all the time.
But watch, we'll get to the
The next one.
we'll get to the next
Oops.
subject. No, you're great.
I was
Watch.
foreshadowing.
You were
It's good.
big time foreshadow.
I mean,
Okay.
that was all right.
Yeah.
So we're moving on to no college.
Oh yeah. Anything else you want to speak about college? Any
I think,
negatives?
yeah, we should.
Really?
I think we have a few more things, right?
No, but what?
No?
Well,
No, if you have an idea. I mean, there is obviously
Like
a
no
lot
college.
more.
Like don't go to college. Like
Yeah.
there's no reason to
No,
go to
the
college.
Well-
about going to college. What is the negative about going? To
Well,
college?
no. Okay, so going to college, we should include vocational because that's still a school.
Of course,
Okay.
trade schools.
Yeah,
and-
trade schools and all that stuff. That should be included.
Well, the thing is, college considered as a degree college.
Right. So a degree is a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. So that's why we're talking about 4-year colleges
Yes.
versus
Okay.
Walk with.
no
But like
school or
going and
short-term
getting
school.
trained to do something.
Yes.
And like paying to
Right.
to be a professional at something.
So that's So I mean, that's no college, right? So
yeah,
yeah.
so let's go into
So
that.
let's move on to no college. What are the benefits and disadvantages? Benefits. The time you begin your career might be sooner. 'Cause
Okay.
It is a shorter time that you go to vocational school.
100. I mean, I think that's that's a huge benefit, right? Like I have my cousin. He's actually gonna work with me. He's gonna work at my office as an office assistant while he's going to school to become an ultrasound technician. Ultrasound technician,
How long?
18 months.
18 months.
18
yeah.
months. Not bad.
18 months, not 4 years. A year and a half.
Yeah.
But is it saturated though? Like I feel like there's a like because
Overwhelming.
I think
I
I try to
don't-
do that.
That I don't know. I don't know the specifics on that. Because his dad is doing that, so it sounds like he has an in possibly.
Good.
So if that's the case for him, 18 months is way better than 4 years, 6 years, 10 years.
Do you know?
for a doctor.
Do we know what's the salary paid?
I
think
don't
it's that
I don't
much.
know offhand. I mean,
Usually medical technicians make pretty decent money.
yeah, you're looking at
Really?
50, 60,
No.
Well, no,
40?
a little more than that.
Oh.
50 more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Well,
throwing
I'm
out
saying
numbers.
like back
Can
in.
you do a quick switch?
I don't-
Search.
Well,
Research.
well, I'm saying
like an ultrasound technician. I don't know if they make $50 an hour.
That's right. I don't know.
I think so.
Which is. I'm like, no. What are you gonna add something?
well with Ivan, because this is who we're talking about.
Yes.
He offered me the same thing, but that was in 2005.
Okay.
And the salary for an ultrasound technician was like 40, 50K a year.
So,
A year.
So
right,
that's what it was
right
back
now,
then.
Back
right
then.
now,
Right now.
it's between 60 to 89, with a
sounds about right.
possibility of 124.
So we're probably looking
So
at.
50 to 120.
Yeah.
But we're probably starting. Let's talk starting.
Depends on who you know.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
Looking at 60.
I wouldn't say
70.
it depends how you know. It depends where you work, because like
where you work,
certain,
right?
The city.
Well,
the
how
city.
lucky? It's all about luck sometimes too.
Yeah.
It depends on like how lucky you are at the right time and right place. Like I mean, you know, a lot of these people, especially if you have a lot of people that are going for ultrasound.
Are you
technicians.
working at like like Cedar Sinai, or are you working at
Right.
Clinica
Clinica.
Proyecto?
Right. Exactly.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
And like how imagine.
No,
the
I no
hard-
offense to those places. We
No,
need
no,
those.
no,
Like
of course
people
not.
need those services.
Right.
But you got to expect that you're not going to earn the 100,000. You're going to be earning closer to the 60.
And you have to
70
pay your
stuff.
dues. I'm sure. That's
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
So in
exactly.
anything you have to pay your dues.
You know what I'm saying? So,
So that's the benefit.
the benefit is like you get to jump into your
Of course.
profession a lot sooner.
Faster.
But here's the thing: you gotta enjoy what you're doing.
Yes.
Well,
That's why some people
yeah.
start their own business.
Right.
start their own business or
Entrepreneurs.
Well, let's talk about you, Tony T.
You have your own.
I have my own security business.
Yes.
It was like yours, like your
Yes.
your driving school.
Right.
It's you make your own schedule.
Right.
It's just fun. It's better that way.
Right.
It feels better. You get to prepare for what you want, and actually you end up getting to do extra shit.
Yes.
You can start something else if you want.
You can even have like side hustles.
Mm-hmm.
Is what we're trying to. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want.
Unfortunately, I remember in this business, it got a lot of problems because of the pandemic.
Yeah. That's how we lost the most of our accounts.
Right, because
In the beginning, it was they wanted more, so we gave them more. But
Yeah.
towards the end, they kind of killed it.
yeah, because
Pandemic
there was nobody,
messed
there was
everything
nobody
Mm-hmm.
to security for. Because my brother was in security also
Yeah.
for many years, and he lost his job because of the pandemic. He was doing, he was working because we're here in Burbank. He was working. The last place he was doing security was for, I think, Warner Brothers, and they would have shows, and he
Yeah,
would be the
cancel.
security. No more live shows.
Yeah.
There's
So,
no protection to.
so they let him go. They let him go, and he lost his job because of the pandemic.
Can you do
So-
private security? Sorry.
You still can.
But it's something that you definitely are still leading like to
Mhm.
build back up.
Oh
again.
yeah.
and that's the beauty. Like, yeah, it might. That's the beauty and the difficult part at the same time. Is like it gives as much as you can put in, right? So it's kind of hard because sometimes if the work's
Goes
not
up and
there,
down.
yeah, it's all. This is the same thing with me. The hardest part is like it's
Well,
on your shoulders.
Mhm.
If you don't put in the effort, you're not gonna get
You'll sing.
But
results.
but also the
exactly.
consistency of trying to keep that work going is also like
Correct.
it's
It's all on you.
it's all on
Like
you.
there's nobody like on your shoulder, like hey, or looking over your shoulder, like you need to do this. Like
You're,
Basically,
you're
it's
the
just
you're
me.
the
you're
boss.
you're the one that's making sure that
I'm
you're,
on my shoulder.
Yeah, you look at the man in the mirror.
And you can work 20 hours a week. You can work 100 hours a week. Like
Oh, yeah,
it's,
of
it's
course.
what you want to do. Like it's the effort that you put into it.
I think there should be a balance, right? So you don't burn out. That's my personal view.
When you're when you're starting though, I feel
when
like
you're starting, you
yeah.
gotta
You
put
had
the
to.
extra
you
time.
have to. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
overtime.
there is
Get it
no
there?
there is
You're
no like.
full bore, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But
but
once you had it like
Once
set,
you stabilize,
then you can
gotta figure
yeah,
out
you
like
can
there's a
do-
balance.
yeah.
You can't live like that for the rest of your life, but you
You
can
gotta
definitely
enjoy
work at that for a moment in time to get where you
you
want to
got to
get
build
to.
it up, and you have to like get where you want to be.
Yeah.
And then you can like smooth. Like,
Mhm.
smooth sailing.
I'm rooting for you, bro.
Oh, it is coming. I'll come back.
I know.
Able.com private security services coming back.
It's coming back, bigger and better than ever.
Mm-hmm.
I need a security guard.
Cool. Let's go.
He needs it.
I got you guards right now.
All the tweens that come after this guy.
No, right?
He's like Backstreet
It's-
Boys.
It's actually from Puma.
He's like New Kids on the Block.
He scares me.
I love New Kids on the Block.
Oh God.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
Sorry.
This is all good.
Off the
That's
rail.
hilarious.
All right.
Yeah.
So
other-
Oh God.
So disadvantages. If you don't like what you do, you might have to start from scratch again.
That's a big one.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
sure people do that all the time.
it's
Well, you know what's funny? I'm
Yeah.
just gonna put this out there.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't get a degree in nothing. I'm gonna admit that right now. But like,
Yeah.
I went to community college, and I ended up getting into another career before I even finished it. Right.
yeah.
So I
Hey,
ended
but you
up
were
in
able to jump ship.
But yeah, I
before-
was able to
before
jump
you-
ship. But I thought for that I was going to be able to move on to bigger and better things, which didn't obviously happen. So I ended up
What are you
changing.
talking about?
No, we're here.
We're
live.
here.
Hold on. So with that said, I ended up finally telling myself that I'm going to go to vocational school.
Yeah.
You know.
Ah, okay, I got you. Sorry.
So that's what I'm
I,
trying to
ju-
get
I
to.
jumped the gun on this one.
And I went to vocational school for audio mixing and all that.
May I
stuff.
ask which one you went to?
It's actually closed now. Like
closed?
every freaking school I went to. Yeah, it was called Video Symphony.
Oh wow.
It was out here in Burbank.
Really?
But you got the certification.
But I got a certification, and then
Did it open doors?
the thing that opened doors were the people I met,
Oh.
Always.
and that's what I wanted to say was beneficial about vocational schools is people you meet, and also your cohorts that you work with end up doing other things and always need help.
Yeah.
or
And
can't
by
do
the way,
things.
I remember Eric. Bucky.
Whatever.
Yeah, but either way, they remember you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he was great at that.
Exactly.
Let
And
me hit you up.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Ball started rolling.
Yeah.
Like, ever since I finished that, got my certification.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been working in TV and film for the last 15, 16 years.
Yeah.
How long you went for a
Okay,
vocal
okay.
school?
Can
And-
we get
and
can
I
we
was-
get a clap for this?
And
Can we get a
thank you,
where
thank
is
you,
where?
thank you.
Clap yourself.
Clap yourself.
No, but with that being said, sometimes you don't even need any of that. It's
No.
just it depends on who you know,
Right.
the people that you meet. It's
But-
it's just
But at the same time, yeah, you know who you get to meet people, whatever. But like at the same time, the people you work with, a lot of them are also college graduates that do the same thing you do. I've met so many people at USC. I feel like I went to USC,
Yeah.
Okay.
And you do the same thing.
and I do the same thing. Well, some of it, but like the thing is the contacts I've
What is
made.
what is the thing you're missing? You should complete the whole thing. If you would have went
Good
to
question. Is there anything you feel like you're missing from? No.
No, I mean everything I've learned from the people I've met from USC and whatever is like.
pretty much you're up there with him.
I
In a
mean,
way.
I'm not a producer. I'm a technical guy.
No, I know.
So like, unless I want to be a producer, it's a different story. But like, as a technical
Well,
person,
technically, you're producing.
I was about to say, don't worry, Bucky. You're producer of this show.
Producer of this show.
anybody
There you
could be a
go.
producer of this show.
Hey, you're learning on the job.
But yeah, and that's the thing is everything that's happening right now, especially on this podcast, is I'm learning.
and that's a big deal.
Yeah,
Here's
it's
the
a
thing
big
that-
deal,
it's a
and
huge
we're
deal.
turning
The thing
into
you're-
something else. We're nooning this.
Yeah,
Entrepreneuring,
yeah,
guys.
exactly.
This is how
And
it's
I
all
like
I think I never
entrepreneuring
noticed-
because it's
That's the
so
new
much
word.
easier.
The thing is, the noise of the mics, I never heard it. But you
Right,
said
like,
you
yeah.
right away. Oh, I hear that thing from the.
Right away.
No, because he's got
Right
the-
away noise. He heard the
Yeah,
noise.
because that's
He's
what
an
I do
audio
for a
trained.
living.
He's
He's trained
for it,
already.
yeah.
We didn't hear that
We
noise.
didn't hear it, but he's the one
I
that freaked
heard
out.
it. Once he told me
Well,
about
that's
it,
why
and
he's
I
a
heard it,
producer.
Yeah.
It was really annoying. Like, oh yeah, he's right.
No,
Yeah,
that's
it's
awesome.
annoying. We need to
By the
fix
way,
it.
if it was just us,
We didn't care.
we would have been
We
like,
didn't even-
whatever.
Whatever, let's
See,
go.
'cause, like,
Hey,
so
just
is
the
this the
microphones?
first thing that you're producing? The first project
no,
you're producing?
I mean I've co-produced other things, but like fully produced, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool.
To add to your resume, I mean, like, even though like you guys.
Don't give me. Make
No,
it
no,
ego.
no. I'm saying like you guys are doing your
See
thing.
this shirt?
You guys are doing your thing, but like at the same time, it's like
Hold on.
you're.
Sure.
Oh my god.
That's yeah.
But yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean,
but yeah.
it's
That's
good.
some 805s.
We should.
Yeah, yeah,
really?
Yeah.
I don't have the.
They should be cool by
I
now.
have my pocket. Don't worry.
Wait, because you
Anyway.
can't pause in a live show.
We're not pausing.
Anyway, but that's the point I wanted to make towards the vocational school part. Is like it's not for everybody, but if it is, but there's an opportunity there that if you didn't go to college and you wanted to change something in your life, you could go to vocational school and it can turn something into positive. People still do it. People still do it to this day. I mean,
Yeah.
they're going to like other other colleges to become.
A freaking face, bro.
Oh my god, that could be a meme.
I know.
That could totally be a
Oh, I'm
meme.
turning that to a meme.
I saw a little baby do that. We can make his a little meme.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
But anyway, that was my point.
No, but that's.
Oh my god, it's an opener. Give it to me, dude.
I'm tired.
Oh my god.
So that was a really good point.
Yeah. And I wanted to make that point before we moved on.
No, you got it.
I'm good right now.
I'm good. Okay. You can't pause on a live show.
It's not live yet. Shh.
It's okay. It's just me. All right. Okay. So where are we at now?
All right, so well, we finished disadvantages, right? So, family pressure.
Yeah, I mean, you touched on that basically a little bit. Not
so-
necessarily pressure, but why you did.
Why aren't you doing-
Why
yeah,
aren't you
why aren't you
doing
doing
that? You
No,
did-
honestly, okay. So like for me personally, like I think I'm the only one in our immediate family that went to college, like, and that there was no like pressure.
Yeah.
It was more like I wanted to go, and I just there was no like, oh no, my
So the
mom.
pressure was on your
No,
your own
my
pressure.
mom, always was like, Diana, like you gotta go to college. Like so it was like a kind of a pressure.
Yeah.
But like I love my mom. Listen to her.
Right.
She says everything to me. But I did whatever I wanted to do.
Okay.
So like it wasn't because she told me that I needed to go. Yes, she said I needed to go, but I wanted to go.
Yeah.
I wanted to learn. I wanted to just I wanted to keep going to school. Like
Yeah.
that's my thing, right?
But
but-
by the way, you still can.
Oh no, I know, and trust me, I probably one day will
Yeah, yeah.
because like I said, I love doing all that stuff. But I mean, I think it's a lot different now than it was back then. For me, like the family pressure was not like a thing. Like I knew that I wanted to go, I needed to go, and it was for me, not for anyone else. Like I didn't need to like show anybody like, oh, here, like I loved learning.
Right.
And I just wanted to keep learning.
Yeah.
And that was the most important part for me.
That's very awesome.
That's motivating.
That's
Like,
good.
Yeah, I
that's-
just you
that's
know what I
100%.
think
you're
I want to
enjoying
go
what
back
you're
to
doing.
school.
Yeah, like I loved it.
I want to
loved
go
it.
back to school. So I think where this comes from, like this bullet point is sometimes parents they
Don't
want
understand.
no they want
It's like a little push, so you
yeah
can,
they want you to be the successful.
No,
yeah,
and they want you to do what they think you should do instead of letting you do what you want to do.
No,
And
she
that's-
definitely there was little incentives like, oh, here I'll pay for your classes if you
you're
if
short
you
in
go.
money.
And, oh, you can stay at my house
stay-
for free
yeah, exactly.
as long
Just
as you
go.
go. Yeah, so
But-
she
but,
definitely did that. There was little incentives.
Was that a specific career choice though?
No, just,
So
she wanted me to go to school,
Because
but I wanted to go
certain
to school.
families have
Right.
have.
Oh, you're gonna
specific
be a
career-
lawyer.
Exactly.
Right, right,
Gonna
right.
be a doctor.
You're gonna be a
Yeah,
doctor.
and
Well,
we'll give
you're
you the
gonna be a
benefits if you
baseball
continue
player.
to do it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's
yeah.
sports families, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I was. What do you want me to do? Was the County Kumar?
Tara Kumar. Oh,
What?
that daddy not gonna come no more.
Yeah,
Daddy
yeah.
is not coming on anything.
There we go. The right way.
You keep fucking things up. There's not gonna be.
Right to jail.
Yeah, you know we got it. Sorry,
I got it.
they covered me. Sorry. But yeah, the point being, like
Yeah.
they like certain like pressure like that could
Well,
lead
we're
a kid
talking
to-
It's
about-
cultural too, though.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
cultural.
Yes,
Like
that's-
I feel like Indian people,
Japanese.
Japanese, Persian, Middle Eastern, like they're very very set on like this is what you're gonna do.
right?
You
God,
gotta do it.
Kumar,
Yeah.
why don't you stop your rebel bullshit?
There it is.
Asians too.
It's definitely cultural.
Asians, yeah.
100%.
Where I think for Latinos is
Not
like
so much.
it's more like
No.
school is important, but it's the work.
Work.
Hard.
Hard.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Work hard and you will
Yeah.
succeed,
Mhm.
regardless of it could be school or it could be working your 9 to
Yeah.
5.
Sports.
Anything, yeah, but just work hard at it.
Sometimes
Hard
sports.
work
Yeah.
for sure.
I definitely got that from my family's
You got
work ethic.
Yes.
But I feel like like for us like our family like every like when they got here like they were just ready to work and
Yeah.
like there was no like here
No handouts.
none
Yeah.
of that
No,
like
no,
everybody was
definitely
just
not.
like work hard and like
Definitely not. So I could definitely see that. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like even with the Asian community, for example, right? I mean, they tend working hard is 100%, constantly studying. But
Well-
certain people want their kids to be able to go and become doctors, lawyers, whatever, and they're expected to do that.
Well, like Filipino families.
Right.
A lot of them go into like the nursing field.
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I know.
And you know what? I just learned that stereotype, and I'm just like,
And
oh
it's-
wow, it's so
it's
true.
It's true though.
So
It's
true.
it's one of those stereotypes that's true
Yeah.
because I've known so
It's
many
fine.
Filipinos.
Can I say what nationality are you? For her?
I'm Filipino, but I have Filipino, but like,
Are you half Filipino, half white?
yeah.
Yes.
So like, a lot of my Filipino side,
They're all nurses.
a lot of them are nurses.
Yeah.
And you know,
And
one's
that's
a
great.
lawyer,
That's
which
a great.
is which is great.
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
a great
but like,
profession.
one of my closest cousins, he's a nurse right now,
Yeah.
but he went to school for computer science, which is
Even
out of-
better.
it's way out of what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he just had to move on to that because he just found that it was easier to get into it. Like he went he went to college as a computer science major.
Which we already said is one of the top 10.
right.
And then
But-
so
fields,
then
but-
he decided he didn't want to do that. He wanted to be a nurse.
Well, I don't know
Pressure by
exactly the
family.
situation, but most likely pressure by family.
So then he had to go and like do the whole 18 months of.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
oh, you
to
still,
become-
you still
to
got 3
become an
more years.
LVN,
Go
yeah.
one more year for nursing.
So
and you
he'd
can start
rather
working right now.
he'd rather do something he likes to enjoy.
Well, he still does, but like he just the time he was in school was a long time, and then he became an LVN. Then he had to have a residency in a different state to come back and work here again. So now he's an RN.
But you know
like,
what? Like,
That's great for
if,
him.
if you're an RN, like I mean, you'll never run out of work. Like
Oh, yeah.
you'll always be able to work
Always,
wherever you
always.
go.
That's a field that
anywhere.
overtime.
Overtime.
Yeah. So
But
I mean, like, if
the
you can
amount
handle all that stuff, like I wouldn't be able to
The
handle.
amount of work that he had, that
I
he
can't
does,
do
Does it
it.
work?
it's-
Does it work
I
like
can't like do the
12
blood.
hours for 3-4 days?
Yeah.
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 Right?
That's
Yeah,
and see,
yeah.
and
But
that's
see-
awesome.
Here's okay. Here, I'm just gonna school you guys,
Yeah.
right? I respect nurses,
Yeah.
doctors, whatever. They do the whole 12, 14-hour day for
Yep.
3 days straight, right?
It is
That's-
great.
and
then
4 days
4
off.
Hold on.
Here
In
it
the
goes.
film industry, 12, 14 days, 6 days a week.
Hey, you chose
Yeah,
that.
but that's exactly.
I know, but the
No, I
problem,
mean-
but that's what I'm trying to say is like, we need to fix something here,
No. But okay, so 12-hour days, 3 days a week, and you get 4 days off.
right?
For nurse.
For nurse.
I mean, yeah.
For nurse.
No, for a nurse.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Well,
if
you
I
know,
could stomach that, I would be
It also
so down
depends,
with
but
that.
because
to have
it's
4 days off.
they're long hours, they're night shifts, a lot of them.
Yeah,
you know,
you
it's,
could be overnight shift.
I was gonna be
yeah.
punching a clock or doing that. That would be the one that I would want to do.
Yeah.
For sure.
Interesting.
Definitely.
all right. So
Definitely.
next one,
Yeah.
2 years versus 4 years. Of school.
I would go 10 years. Like, I'm sorry.
Well, you left
I'm,
school.
I mean, what's-
I'm like, yeah, but yeah, no, But
You're an anomaly.
If you're,
I mean, if you.
Are you gonna be that 80-year-old I met? Like,
Yeah.
Probably.
You know?
No, and you know what? Like, okay, so when I was in my second year of community college, I remember I was like only like 19 or whatever. And my professor at that time, she was like saying that, oh, you know, she was like 40 or 45 or something, and she was going to school, and she's like, she felt like she was really old, but like she wanted to go for this. I think she was like gonna be a psychologist at some point, right? And she's like, but like, you know, I feel really old or whatever. I'm like, and then she said, but you know what? I'm gonna be 45 anyway. Might as well be 45 with a degree.
right?
And to me, it's like, you know what? That makes sense.
That's a very good point.
Like, we're gonna get older anyway, and like if you like going to school and if you like doing all that, you're gonna be 45 anyway. Might as well be 45 with a degree.
Right. I mean,
I don't know.
to be honest with you,
If you can, if you have that.
since we have this topic, I think the moral that we're getting to is like education's key.
And it doesn't matter how old you are.
Well,
Doesn't matter how old you are.
yeah.
It depends on like the person.
Yeah, but you can also get education even if you don't go to school.
Yeah,
Right,
you
but
can
that's
self-
what
you
that's
learn-
what I'm
you're
saying.
learning
That's
every
what I'm
day.
saying. You're still
And I
learning.
think I was mentioning this to you earlier. Like, the biggest benefit is the information
knowledge
you get,
you
the
get.
knowledge. Like, wisdom is key
and life.
in life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, you know, if
Yeah.
if you're 60 years old and like you didn't go to school, you have no education, but you read a lot of books
Yeah.
and you self-taught yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Yeah.
beats somebody that went to
And
a 4-year
you-
college.
And you
Right.
pay all the debts.
Exactly. But like, hey, like, I mean, life
Yeah.
is, you know, a teacher.
Yeah, life is definitely a teacher. That's I get.
Life gives you lemons, you make lemonade.
Well, life
Exactly.
likes to teach
Oh.
you. Life likes to kick you in the ass every once in a while.
Oh, of
But
course.
also too, like, are you willing? Like we'll get lessons, right? Like,
Yeah.
life will throw out lessons at you. If you are not ready to learn that lesson, that lesson's gonna be be thrown at you over and over and over.
Until you get
I
it.
say,
you
I say
learn
that.
it.
I say that all the time, and
It's
you gotta be willing to hear the lesson.
Yep.
So
You have
grow
to
from
be
it.
open, like you have to willing to hear it
Yeah.
and even be able to see it.
Yes.
You're also
A lot of
you
times-
also have to be willing to fail at it.
Yeah.
To be able
True.
to
Oh,
learn.
True.
for
of
me,
course.
and this is one thing I always live by. It's like regardless if you succeed or not, going through the process, you've already learned something. Either you learned where you want to be, or you learned, okay, this didn't work. How can I learn the right way? But you learn. There's always a learning process, good or bad. That's why I always say is never be afraid to get into something.
That's why you got to be willing.
That's how this podcast started, because I didn't know how this was going to end. I didn't know we were going to be here today in a studio with our producer,
Yep.
right?
He was
When
a
we-
surprise.
when
He
we
was a
start-
surprise.
Hey, this
Hello.
this podcast was just an idea in this man's head.
Yep.
That he told
Aw.
to him. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I talked to him like.
Aw.
And then they told me about it, and I was like, that
I'm so
sounds
proud.
interesting.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
He was- he was
And I'm
a-
not trying to be condescending. Like I'm really proud of it.
I told Jay, the Filipino,
Mhm.
like, no, I'm too busy. And it's not gonna work out. Blah blah blah, whatever. Then,
And I
weeks-
never listen to him. Like
Right.
he's always throwing me ideas at me, and I'm just like, ugh, like no, I don't.
That's
and then
that's
and then
what
I'm
I
like,
get.
and then he gets like super rich on Dogecoin, and then like he didn't do anything with it, but like okay, he still has a lot of money.
Don't say
But-
that. I didn't.
He didn't sell when he had the chance.
I'm just,
He only had
I'm
the
just
chance.
kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. He's still super rich.
Yeah.
Cause he made a lot of money.
Yeah.
But anyway, and he's like always telling me all these things, and I'm just like yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But she doesn't.
And
go
I don't listen to him, and like
Well,
now
here's
I
the thing.
listen to him. 'Cause
He has,
he's got
he, has,
good
he has
ideas.
good ideas
I
at
know
times.
he does.
So-
He planted the seed for
Yeah.
this.
So weeks went.
Now
through,
I know.
Weeks,
Lesson learned.
weeks went through. Months went through. Then somehow they meet each other again for
Yeah,
many
so-
years.
So
You guys,
Now,
you
so
guys
that-
were like, you guys knew each other,
we were estranged for many years.
Yeah.
For stupid reasons.
and he brought you guys together.
No.
No,
No,
I reached out
he
to
reached out.
Oh,
I reached out
Listen
to
to the story.
but then this goes back to exactly what you're saying. It doesn't matter what you say if you're not willing to
Right.
hear it.
Mhm.
I was willing, like when we started hanging out again.
Then he told me, "Oh, we're hanging out again."
Yeah, and then he goes like, "Oh, by the way, we're talking about doing this," and I'm like, I was willing to hear it.
Mhm.
I like okay, it grew him. The
Well, it
seed
was a
grew in
great
my-
idea.
It was a great idea.
When I
It all
saw
fell
him,
into place.
well, I saw him in person. I asked
Yeah.
him, "I have a crazy idea."
It is crazy because it's Carlos.
It is.
Yeah.
So I've been wanting to do a podcast for the longest time.
Yeah.
But people will be shutting me down. Like,
Yeah.
it's worth the time. You need a
So
many hours to build in.
And then you got Anthony with the voice, and then you got Puma with the voice too,
with the just talking.
Talking.
He just yeah, Puma
I
likes
can't
to
shut
talk to
up.
himself.
and then
yeah.
the producer.
No, but here's the thing. It was
And then
only
I known him my whole life.
for
Yeah.
many months we're going through.
Yeah.
Then he came in the picture,
Yeah,
and
halfway.
he liked it.
Well, that's really good.
I thought I
I'm
did.
Well,
proud
he
of
liked
you
what
guys.
we were doing. That's why he was like, I want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
I'm
But
proud of you
that's the
guys.
thing, like it grows and grows and grows.
Mhm.
So we failed a lot of the way.
Oh,
a lot
of
of the
course.
Oh
times
yeah, we
as
messed up a
grew.
lot.
But
But
it was- but it was fun, and we learned.
Yeah,
That's my
we're
point.
still learning.
and we're still learning to this day. We're never like, oh, I got it now. No,
No,
no.
Mhm.
You
We're like,
should-
oh,
you
we're
should-
doing great now. What else
If
can we
it,
learn?
nothing can be perfect,
No.
like you have to like fall a couple times before you can like get it
course.
right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So
I think that's the moral of the story. So,
Yes.
was there another bullet point?
Oh yeah.
There's more.
Yeah, there's a
A
kind
few
of
side things, but we jumped again.
yeah.
to the
So
moral.
military option.
Ah. Okay. Anybody want to?
I always wanted to like okay for me like I've always been into like weapons and like because I grew up with like so he's my younger cousin but we grew up more like brother and sister
Right.
and then we had an older uncle. He was your uncle too, right?
Yeah.
So but like we were all 5 years apart so like he was older than us and so like we always like we were watching all those like Rambo movies and like Rocky movies and stuff so like we were always like all into like the action like packed movies, right? So like I was always all into like the guns and stuff like that, right? So I wanted to be a cop. Like for me, like I always thought like I could be a cop. But then like when I got older and I realized like that you would have to like, you know, see like babies maybe like in weird situation or like kids, like I'm just like like maybe I can't.
The military was like, no.
Like no. So cop
Being a
first.
cop.
But
Cop
then
first,
that
cop first.
but then like when I graduated from high school, I was like maybe I want to go like into the army or something like that, right? But then I'm like like I don't know, like something always like stopped me from doing it because like people were always like, oh no, Dan, like you don't want to go into like you know because you know like they rape girls and stuff, and I'm just like I don't want to like deal with that because again like as a girl like you know guys can always overpower a girl, and there's there's situations where like you're a girl and like you're in a situation where you're with guys and everybody's drinking, and then like things like happen that like probably weren't supposed to happen,
Right.
but like things happen, right?
So that made you think twice.
Yeah,
about
I'm just like,
diving into that.
I don't know if I want to do that, right? But I wanted to, like, my instinct was like, I wanted to try the whole military thing, and what I wanted to do was like go in the military and then come out and like be able to like go to school for free.
Well,
'Cause that's what I-
that's
what it was
and
for,
so
right?
that's the benefit
that's the
of going
benefit
That's
of it.
what I was like.
is that
Pay
it's
for your
like
school.
Well,
they'll
not
pay
just
for your
not just
school.
that. If you're in the military, you're gonna be taught things
All kinds
for
of
a
stuff.
specific for a specific job that you're doing.
Right.
So you could also take that outside, and so that's kind of it's kind of vocational
Right,
training.
and I mean,
yeah, for
it's
sure.
it's a full ride. They
What
they
is
pay
it?
for
What is it?
everything.
What is it for 2 years or 4 years? To
4 years. I think if you
4
go
years
4,
minimum.
yeah,
I
4
think, yeah.
years, you
It's
get like
4 years minimum.
you get like the benefits or whatever, and then you could be like a reserve, and then you can do all that stuff.
Unless you become an
like
officer,
10%
but then you gotta
buy
go to
everything.
I wanted to. I wanted to go in the Navy. I really wanted to do something. And then like by the time when I was like 35, I was like, okay, this is the last chance I have.
And I could see like the benefit of that.
Yeah.
But then the reason why a lot of people don't, and probably my reason of not wanting to join like the military is like it feels like they own you. And
Oh,
you have
yeah.
to follow. It's like you have to follow their set of rules, and you
All
get
the way.
you get indoctrinated into their way of life,
Government
Also,
life.
too, like
government life, right?
them
and
like
then-
yelling at you. I was like,
Yeah,
ooh, I
and
don't think I
then
can do that.
and then you hear stories of how veterans are not taken care of. Like once you leave the
Mhm.
military,
Yep.
if you don't find what you want to do, that they kind of just
Toss you out there.
toss you to the side.
Yeah.
And that's the fear for a lot of people. Is just like,
That's funny because I never thought about that.
Right.
I got after high school.
Yeah.
They tried to recruit me to
Well,
Marines.
they always tell you the good stuff, right?
Right,
Yeah.
but they
We'll
also
do this. We'll do
but
that.
here's the
Yeah.
thing. Back then, I was like into the whole clubbing.
And then
and,
once
like,
you're done, who
and-
cares about
yeah, but I
you?
was into the DJing career, so like I was like, I'm gonna make my DJing career work. But then but after that, like a lot of my friends became, we're in the Air Force, we're in the Navy. It wasn't just
Yeah.
Marines. It was like other
right.
franchises.
The Marines are the hardest ones, right?
So hard,
The-
they're the grunts. They're the first ones in. So like, but nonetheless,
Last one's out. First one, last one's out.
yeah, but nonetheless, like, I didn't see the other branches. No one told me about the other branches. It was just about Marines, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, it's not for me. But getting a little bit older and finding out that I have friends that were in the Navy or Air Force, for example. My friend I wanted to get on the
yeah.
show. He's former Air Force. Like it wasn't about war. It wasn't about
Yeah.
anything like that. It was about what they got to learn and how they were able to improve their lives from being in
Right.
the military,
Yeah.
which was the thing that I didn't think about. And I'm like,
Well, yeah.
that
pretty much-
that should have been an option.
So pretty much you missed the rest of the branches. They just only told you
Yeah,
one.
exactly, because the only one came to the school,
Yeah.
which was Marines, and
Marines?
they're the
So,
only ones that want
The
to.
I
top
get-
ones anyway.
Yeah.
So.
And
yeah,
again,
if you're gonna do anything, I think I would say like
Marines.
Marines, for
Right.
sure.
But
Air
but
Force.
but the thing is, if you want to make a career out of something, it would be more Air Force, more Navy or Army.
Air
because
Force is more technology or more the
more techno.
I think
more
Army isn't Army the ones that like
The
are
first
the
ones.
first ones like.
fight.
Marines going first, then the Army. And
well, here's my thing, and this is basically what it comes down to is like, whatever you decide,
Mhm.
it's what you put in
right.
that you get from it, right?
Yeah.
If you go in there thinking whatever, I don't know, and just kind of like ride it, and you don't take advantage
Well,
of
here's
the
the-
benefits,
Yeah.
Here's the
you might be
the
at a
down
disadvantage.
and the upsides.
Yeah.
And there's a war. Of course, you go fight for your country.
Well, yeah.
Right.
But there's no war. You go learn what you need to learn.
Yeah.
So you don't need to go fight for any.
That's the
That's a
that's
up
a
and
gamble.
down. Yes,
That's a
it
gamble.
is.
That's a gamble.
So we
I
don't
mean-
know.
I mean, look, we're all lucky that we didn't get drafted into the
No,
into the
of course not.
military. The times we grew up, right?
Back in the 70s or.
Would I be going to a kitchen?
No, she means it now. She means now.
Feel
Look at the
potatoes?
Potatoes? Yeah.
Kitchen or what? What are we nurses?
Nurses.
Yeah.
I have bad eyes, so
Everybody.
Well, I don't want to. I don't want to be in the battlefield.
yeah,
Jeez.
they won't let me out there.
Well, you want to be in the battlefield?
I'll be on the
I'll
battlefield.
be fixing the cars. I'm more.
You know what? Honestly, I might
Yeah.
want to be in the
I'm
battlefield.
the mechanic.
Just to
I
be
believe
fixed.
that. I believe that.
Give me an AR-15. I'll be on the battlefield. No, I'm
Oh,
just kidding. I'm a big chicken. Like I pretend to be a badass, but I'm not.
But yeah, no, the military does have a does have a lot of benefits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of
Because
benefits,
they'll
but
pay for your school.
And respect to anybody in the military.
Of
out there.
course.
Absolutely.
Salute for
And
them.
thank you.
Anybody who
Thank you.
sacrifices their
Thank you
life
for doing that.
for having our freedoms,
Yes.
I respect
Sure.
that 100%. It's definitely an option.
That you know what?
If you don't have something else that if you're at a
Or you have
position
the-
where you don't know what you want to do, I mean that's a great option
Yeah.
to go.
But you know what's well, I mean, I don't want to get like
Yeah,
I'm not trying to go there.
Yeah.
But like it sucks because like at 18 years old, like
It's-
they
they just push it.
yeah, and it's like at 18 years old, I'm sorry, but your brain is not
Nope.
fully developed yet. Like
Here's the thing: the reason they picked the 18.
because they're easily manipulated.
well,
like
yes, but
Wait,
there's-
listen. They want somebody like.
Wow.
No, listen. They don't want somebody. Oh God, no, no, no.
It's happening.
No.
It's
It's
starting
happening.
again.
I'm not drunk
Oh,
at all.
shit.
He's not.
I'm
He's not. He's not.
I'm just trying to speak my mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
The reason they picked the 18 years old,
Yeah.
they can break down the way they wanted to, versus somebody has a family, married, like somebody. Oh, I gotta think about my family.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
need
yeah,
somebody
they're
18.
easily
I can tell you what you do without.
You're not tied down by
Yes, anything.
family.
That's the reason they picked 18 years old.
and it's messed up if you
It
think
is.
about it.
It is, but
It's
needs to
very
be- it needs-
manipulative.
It needs to be that way.
No, I
only.
get it. I get it. It's fine.
Well, they start you as soon as you become an
Because
adult,
then,
which is 18.
yes,
But but here's the weird part: they recruit you before you become 18.
yes, 17 and a half.
But I'm sorry.
It's
like
like they
okay,
pre-cook you.
Yes.
like at 18, like can you really like is it
No, because they know because you might get married in 21, you have family. I don't want those people no more.
I'm gonna add one thing. I was a moron at 18. I was a moron.
everybody
Everyone.
was.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah. Okay, so it's not just me.
No.
Everyone.
I mean, come on, dude. I was DJing freaking battles, thinking I was gonna be the best
Hey,
DJ in the world.
you should have won the battle of the DJs at our high school. I want to recount. I still want to
and I
recount.
graduated high school when I was 17, so
So you could have gone in the military.
Yeah.
Can I say this, real quick?
Yes.
No degrees from college, air traffic control, commercial truck driving,
Oh.
electrician, air traffic control. Oh, sorry,
You said that
controls.
already.
A plumber, crane operator.
Now you didn't say what the average salary, do you?
Some of them,
100,000.
Why don't you
Well, truck
talk
driver
about the
for
truck driver and then like because you want to
today I asked somebody who came to our department, drop some materials. I asked them how's the truck driving right now. They're demanding right now a lot
Oh yeah.
because the COVID, I guess, for the people who are retired already, they need the new people already
Why
too.
don't you do it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying to think.
Just do
I mean
it.
you got the
He
paperwork,
got-
yeah.
Just
he
do
got-
it. I tell him just do
He's
it.
been talking about it for a while.
He got.
I
Did
know.
you know he got hypnotized?
Yeah, he's gonna do wheelies.
Right.
He's gonna do wheelies.
And then he's like, "Oh, but like school," and I'm like, "Just
No,
do it.
no,
Just
listen.
do it."
The guy told me don't go to the schools that overcharge you. He told me that.
I'm sure you have savings, right?
Yeah, but
Okay, then just
But
do it.
you have to find the right school.
the right school.
Yeah.
That's
I mean
the
that's
problem.
that's anything. You have to find the right school for
Yeah,
yourself no
because
matter
For
what.
anything, yeah.
I
So-
don't want to go overthrow the money somebody don't care.
So let me just make a point of what you just said.
Yeah.
That some of those professions that have no college can equal or even be more
Better, more.
better paid than a college education.
Can be.
Well, my thing is like, if you're gonna be, so you're working 40 hours a week, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna, and you're okay with that, you're okay with.
No, time to progress life.
No, I know, but I'm saying like if you needed to, and like
Oh.
if you found something that was gonna be better for you,
Because
and you
I am
can put 40 hours a week, and you're gonna make a better living for yourself, you're okay with doing that.
I'm more a person that's physical versus
No, I know, but I'm saying you're okay with putting in the time.
yeah.
Then
That-
then
that-
there you
that's-
go.
It doesn't scare me.
So okay, there you go. If you could put in 40, 50 hours a week, and
Time.
and you're gonna.
We need a
What she's
rotary
saying,
junction for this
time
guy.
time is the most valuable.
Yeah.
thing.
Time.
Might take him away from the podcast though. Might take him away from the podcast though.
It's okay.
We can
Well, you'll
remote.
make
We
I
can
wanna, I
remote. it.
wanna,
Oh yeah.
You'll
I
make
wanna
time
put
for
him
it.
on a pedestal and race him.
No, because if I get the, I always forget the name. Hazmat.
Hazmat, yeah.
Hazmat.
Those people that you don't need to go to cross state.
It could be just local.
Just local here.
Yeah.
So I'll be fine.
It'll be like regular hours.
Yes.
Right.
But I just need to drop the gas tanks.
You could do it.
Because we need the future.
Yeah.
Of course.
You gotta set everything up the right
El
way.
futuro.
In the future, Charles, not them. And on the matter.
All right. So should we make the moral of the story, or is there another bullet point?
That is the moral of the story.
So that's what I'm
What's
saying.
the moral of the story?
Oh, is there any more
Well,
bullet
no, we
points?
changed the moral of the story because it was something else.
Yeah, turn your hobby into a career though. But we didn't really talk about that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But,
Start
but,
with
But
but
the
the-
real moral of
okay,
the
so
story
let-
was what we said earlier.
So let's put that into perspective then. Whatever you decide, be it going to four-year college, be going to like a vocational school, be going in business by yourself, I say you enjoy it. Do something that
You
that you're
enjoy
actually gonna
life.
that you want to wake up for every single day,
Absolutely.
and then go do that, and to get paid for that. That's the dream.
I don't want to.
Well, I would say
I
in
don't wanna put
I would
down
say
on
in
this.
general.
Yeah.
I don't put down on this,
Yeah.
but like nowadays,
Yeah.
it's hard to do that because a lot of people don't really have the idea of what they want to do yet.
But
here's the thing.
ideas.
But here's the thing.
Yeah. But once you find that idea,
today
Yeah.
in social media aspects,
yes,
you can
it's
see everything that's out there,
yeah,
and you can choose what you want to do, and you can
I
turn it
feel-
into something.
Now that social media is overwhelming now because you don't know what to go now.
Well,
kinda-
no,
So
no,
much.
you just have you have. Well, yeah, it could
Yeah,
be
yeah,
it could be
too many
overwhelming.
options.
It's too many. You know,
it's like a buffet.
but
Like you
it's a
don't know.
I
buffet.
know, right?
yes.
But
So
here-
what do they
here's-
say? What do they say? Find something that you like to do
Yes.
for the rest of your life, and you'll
You'll
no,
never call it a job
No, yes. Find something you want to do for the rest of your life, and you'll never have to work a day
again.
again.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're doing something that you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
and you actually enjoy doing it. It's not actually work.
It's like this podcast.
That's the goal.
Can I ask for all you guys? What was your true dream?
My true dream?
All of us.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you my true dream.
Yeah.
My true dream was to be an engineer,
Engineer.
a train engineer.
Train engineer.
Oh.
So you were like Sheldon Cooper.
Yeah. I wanted.
Farms with flags on trains.
I wanted to drive trains, and that career makes a lot of money too.
Was it college or just a vocals?
Vocational.
Vocational? I don't know. I never got that far into it.
That's crazy. My grandfather was a train conductor.
Yes.
In
Not
Ecuador.
not a conductor, an engineer, an actual driving the
Means-
train.
No, isn't the one that drives the train the conductor?
The conductor is usually in the back. Well, back in the days, in the back that
Controls the backside.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. We our
He drove the train.
yeah, drove the
Our-
train. Yeah.
my grandpa, his great grandpa,
Mhm.
they used to run
Run
the
the
trains
trains. Yeah.
in back in our country.
Yeah.
That's how we got into this. That's how we got to this.
You
country.
took the train?
Took the train. He took the choo-choo train.
What,
No.
what kind of train was it?
Financially paid
What kind of
for
train
us, our family to move over here. The American dream.
Beggar.
American dream, you asshole.
All right.
Wait, I'm not.
Puma, what's your dream?
Well, I wanted to be on the Lakers with Kobe.
Oh God.
That was my dream.
Really?
But I did not get the height or the athletic ability, or I can't
or
shoot,
the skills.
or the skills.
Sorry.
Straight to jail. Straight to
Yikes.
jail. So that didn't work out.
Right to jail.
I definitely. Again, I mentioned earlier I wanted to help at-risk youth, which I still actually help young people.
course you
So
do.
I actually am doing something.
And you're not trying to be a pervert.
Oh.
And I'm now
I
trying
was
to.
trying to be quiet. I was trying to be quiet here. God damn it.
No.
No, jeez. Well, I heard it.
Looking at you.
Same
But I
deal.
also have a creative mind,
Yeah.
and I always wanted to use my mind creatively. Like I made beats before. I used to pretend to think I could have.
Yeah, but even in high school,
Yeah.
we made
Yeah,
a
we did.
tape together,
we did
like a mock radio
a
station.
radio. Sta-
Oh, yeah?
And he was
I
the
was
host.
the
That's
DJ.
cool.
I was the
I was the DJ. You were the host.
I was the host, and I was really good.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
I was
yeah,
really
yeah.
good. You guys should hear.
So you guys, this is like your calling then. This is kind of
Apparently,
cool.
So in a way, somehow it went back
It,
to
it like
Yeah,
in a way.
intertwined
so
and like
it's
you
literally
guys. Are,
coming. It's coming full circle. So you know
Yeah.
what?
that's kind of cool.
That's cool.
I'm living the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go.
yeah.
There it is.
What about
So
you,
my-
future?
I was supposed to be athletic for boxing, but I came too late, so I couldn't pull it off.
You're supposed to be a
So you should have
like
started in
a,
11.
He just wanted to be a boxer.
professional boxer.
Yeah. But I started too late. It was too hard to get.
When did you start?
14.
No. I started like 25, 26.
Hey.
No, you did
Yes,
not.
yes.
21 or 22.
Well, we started going, but
Yeah.
we trained for long
No,
since we were like
train something else.
training like 17.
Yes.
You know what? If you kept training and you were still doing it today, you'd probably
No,
be
because the problem is it wasn't how much I would train every single day. It would, who's your promoter? Who is CC? Like, oh, you're
it's just like any job then.
yes.
It's like
Yeah, but you got to promote yourself a little bit in those cases
You gotta
with your skills.
pretty much you gotta sacrifice your body
Yeah.
to show the
Well,
promoter.
I'm glad you have your full senses. 'cause you
Of
would've-
course. I know it seems it doesn't, but I do have my full sensor there.
Of course. course.
Of course.
course.
Okay.
I always
What was
wanted to be in sales. Like so, even though like I did the whole psychology and all
Sales.
that. Yeah,
Like,
sales.
That's okay.
You don't
Sales.
you don't need a degree for that,
Yeah.
right?
You don't need to-
it doesn't matter. I loved going to school. Remember?
Yeah.
So like sales, like I knew that like at a very young age, I knew that like being in sales, like you make the most money, right?
Yeah.
But I also didn't want to sell anything like stupid. Like
Right.
I didn't want to sell like vacuum cleaners or like knives or whatever. I wanted to sell something like that made
Tupperware.
sense. No. So like right now, like I'm in sales and I sell life insurance.
Just give a little
I
tip
saw-
about what we do.
I sell life insurance. I do retirement planning. I do all insurance. But I mean, like for me, it's like it's helping people.
Yeah.
Like so, like anything that helps people.
Yeah.
If I can make money and help people at the
Yeah.
same time,
Yes.
to me that's like everything, right? Like it's like
It's
if
a-
I
it's
make
a-
a living,
It's a win-win both sides.
yeah. If I'm making a living and I'm helping people, then hey, you know what? Like
If it's a career that makes you feel good, like you said, you know, it's you never
it's
work.
sales.
Can you tell a little brief? There was a case you sold somebody insurance, and then a few years later it helped for their family. Just a short brief.
So yeah, no, this is so when I started doing life insurance, I sell life insurance mainly, and I do retirement planning. I sell annuities, and now I do all insurance. So when I first started doing life insurance, I sold a policy to a guy that was only like 25 at the time. I'm sorry, 30 at the time.
Yeah.
Or 24, whatever it was. 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was, I got a call from his wife, and she's like, "Hey, Diana, like, I got your number from my husband. Like, you're his life insurance agent. He passed away
Yeah.
a week ago,
Right.
and I know that he had a life insurance policy through you." And I was like, "Oh my God, like that's like that's like the worst thing that you like. That's the last thing you want to hear."
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, "Oh my God!" Like, and I'm like sitting there like crying with this woman because like, 35 years old.
Yeah. So it's young.
35
young
years
man.
old.
That's still a young man.
He
Sorry.
passes away. He's gone.
Yeah.
But here I'm able to hand her a $300,000 check
Yeah. For her.
because
and
he
kids.
bought a life insurance policy
They have
for
kids and all?
three little kids.
Wow.
So
pretty much you pay the.
for a couple years at least to like let them live and like live comfortably and stuff. But for me, I'm just like,
Bittersweet. But
it's an amazing feeling
yeah.
on
Like,
both
with-
sides of the spectrum because I'm just like it was devastating
It's
for
one
me.
of those things you don't wish you ever need.
No, like
but
I don't ever
you're
want
happy You
to.
have it when
I don't
something
ever want to
happens.
have to like do it. But at the same time, it's like if he had not come to me to talk to me about planning for his family,
Yeah. His family
he
would have
wouldn't.
been.
They wouldn't have
Yeah,
this. They wouldn't have this
It has
money.
to go fund me for the family.
GoFundMe,
Yeah.
GoFundMe is not life insurance,
No,
right? It's
no.
like it's one of those things. Where it's like, so yeah, so
Oh, that's
like,
amazing.
and it makes me like it gives me like goosebumps just to talk about it because it's like
That's tough. But I'm glad they had something to.
To fall back on.
Yes.
so yeah.
Anthony.
I was going the boxing route too, actually. I was actually going to be a cop like your cousin first.
Yes.
But then I saw.
Then you realize he was an asshole.
and he was an asshole, so I was like, fuck that shit.
You don't want to be an
I
asshole.
know they become callous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, our cousin. I love him, but he's an asshole.
Yes.
Imagine everything they see.
He's retired now, by the way. He's
I
retired.
got really close to going pro.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of connections at the last show. I was like, yeah. And
So
I
you know.
and I got really good myself. But the weight class that I would have been in, I would have to go either a little more down or a little more up, and I did not want to go up.
No, because that's when you're big with the,
No,
with the
because-
really heavy weights.
Every weight, then he would.
If I would have stuck with the heavyweights, I would have had to stick in 200 to 215, and I would fight like giants.
Yeah.
So I would have be like Rocky basically.
Yeah. Hey, if I can do it, and he can do it,
Everybody
Everybody
can do it.
I was willing to do it,
Yeah.
but then my dad came up
Do
with
it.
the idea of the company.
Do it.
Where he's about to open. I was like, you know what? Cool. Let me join you.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, for sure. And then we both started it.
And you have your brain cells still.
Yeah.
I still would have had it.
Look at Rocky. Like Rocky got all messed up.
I don't fight
Hey,
like Rocky.
By the way,
Rocky's awesome.
I like to
I know.
believe that he
He uses
became.
too much of his head.
He went the boxing route because I used to bully him as a little kid.
You guys went to school together?
Well,
No,
the
we're
age
family.
diff-
We're
yeah.
family. We're family.
Oh,
So
Age
he's
gap.
my little cousin.
oh, little.
So I
Oh,
used to.
he's my little cousin.
Yeah, I used to
How
bully
cute.
him. Like it's not
I
really
used to
bullying,
bully
but
him
I
too.
used to, yeah.
I used to beat him up when he was
but
little.
like in family, not like physically, but just like.
Oh, I used to
poke-
physically
poke.
beat him up.
That's not nice.
That's
I know.
not nice.
Sorry, and I
Yeah,
and I
thank
said I was
you.
sorry.
Well,
Well, here's the
Hey,
thing.
Chuck.
Yeah.
My uncle used to bully her because she was beat
Ah.
up me. See?
He was 5 years older than
It's
me,
a chain
and
of
I'm 5 years
screaming.
older than him.
Yeah.
I used to like punch him all the
okay.
time.
Oh, okay.
It was.
Oh, wait, let me speak.
Let me speak. Let me speak. It was pretty much like a Tommy Jerry with a
Yeah.
bulldog.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I see. Well,
Yeah.
well, here's the thing. I did that to him, and he started like bulking up, working out.
That's
doing-
when I started boxing.
That's when he started,
I started
boxing.
boxing way before
And then
Carlos.
one day, I poked the bear one more time, and he's like, "All right."
And I was already like 17 at that point, so I was like, all right. Let
He
me...
wouldn't arm wrestle me until he was 21.
Really?
Yeah. Well, anyways, we
Yeah, he
started
was
wrestling.
afraid.
I got picked on
I used to
in ninth
wrestle with
grade.
him. I used to do like all kinds of wrestling moves with him. And then one day we started wrestling one more time when he was already like 17, 18. And he freaking suplexed me on my front yard and knocked the wind out of me. And I said, I'll never fuck with this guy ever again. So I learned my lesson very quick.
Wait,
and-
so
But but
you're older
I-
than him?
yes,
By how many?
by 7 years.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 5 years older than him.
Okay, so again, oh, you're the oldest one.
It's a fuck you.
Damn!
Oh
He
my
got
God.
called out. Wow.
It's,
By
I was gonna say
by
it's a
week.
family affair, but fuck off. Yeah.
Not by weight, no, but not by much, right?
No, he's 1 week older than me.
1 week.
1 week.
Wait, he's
Which means you're older than me, so you're an old
By
bastard.
1 fucking week.
Fucking old. All right.
how old are you?
36.
She's doing. Don't do the math right now. Okay? Stop doing the math. Okay, stop doing
How
the
old are
math.
you? You're 36 too?
He's 37.
You know my age.
I forget.
How do you
Oh,
not
yeah.
know your cousin's age?
She's
5 years difference.
see. You see. You
Oh,
see
yeah, yeah,
the,
yeah.
the
So
college.
he's older than you?
You see the
Yes.
college
You guys are the
grad
same
trying to,
grade?
trying to do the math here.
Oh, he's a year older than me.
In
I graduated at 17 too, like you.
Oh, okay.
Enough with the math right now.
Um,
Okay. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry.
Come on, kill me, I'm here! Come on, do it now!
great show, guys.
Very good show.
Great show. I mean,
Very educational.
I learned a lot.
We all did.
Yeah.
I think I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
No, thank
Dee,
you.
Thank
for
you.
being on the show
Thank
today.
you for having me.
You had a lot of good insight.
Yep.
Bucky, thank you for holding it down. Even
Word.
though you're off the whole day.
Shit.
I appreciate you. and I
Listen,
appreciate
hey, listen,
you guys.
listen.
Listen,
Listen,
Linda.
Linda, listen. This was a great show. Thank you for coming. Appreciate y'all. And then, what's up?
What do people got to do?
Like, follow, subscribe. You know the deal. And we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Adios.
Late.